Hello everybody. Today I will talk about Moto 360. I got them among the first together with other Google I/O participants as a gift in September last year. So it has been about 4 months of daily usage. So let's see how they look after 4 months. Yeah, leather looks a little bit used, but there are no strains at all. And body is made from stainless steel, so there are no scratches, nothing. I think for 4 months it looks very solid. Especially if I put them on the wrist, you even can't see significant usage marks on the leather. Moreover, sometimes I get compliments, and people in the shops or anywhere sometimes tell me like, wow, you have really fashionable watches. What are these? And when I tell Motorola, they were surprised. This really doesn't look like geeky piece of technology. They look like fashionable watches, and many people even here in Silicon Valley can't recognize that this is Motorola. Many people complain about battery life. So now it's about 6 p.m. but you still can see 16% of battery, and even I charged them only 2 days ago. So yesterday and today they were worked and there is still some battery. So I can say almost 2 days, especially if I turn off them for night, they can serve almost 2 days. Moreover, there is a rather good battery. After 15% you can see that they ask me for using battery saver, but anyway, even when you charge every night, I think it's not big deal because they have really beautiful dock station. When you put inside the dock, you get such style, and at night you can, I think, even enjoy them. So they look like this. And I don't think it's big problem to charge every night. Especially I do this with my phone. So one more time, I charge them every second day, but if I use them only for notification most of all. I use like Google Calendar for my work and for my private time management. But if you use, for example, a lot of heart rate measurements and all this stuff, then maybe because the screen is really the guy who conserves most of battery. About heart rate sensor, I can say it's like almost makes no sense. At least when I tried to use it at gym, the heart rate sensor measurements are really so. Yeah, what's good that you see all the notification here. This is how I really use the watches. So you can see like weather, you can see some reminders, and you can see that your friends write something. In the latest release they also added this missing functionality that if you don't like that you dismiss something, you can make undo. And also they added status bar, real status bar before. When you push it downside, if you push a little bit harder than you should, then instead of just see how much battery left, you will mute all the notifications. And for example, me personally, I never do this. This is why I use smartwatch, to have all notification on my wrist. And Google manages Android Wear platform. That's why we get all the updates on all smartwatches, not dependent on the manufacturer. For example, here you can see that on the last, like they say, lollipop update, they added settings inside the top panel, they added theater mode, and they added sunlight mode. So here you can see this is 5.01 software version. I get update almost every month, and every month it bring something valuable for me. First updates usually Google did with battery improvement and some bugs fixing. Last updates are more about UI, and I can say that it's really useful for me. So about watch faces, you can see last 3 used, and then all other watch faces. You can even install custom watch faces, or as Motorola provides by its application Connect, you can specify the watch face. For example, you can change the color of the arrows. Let's say it will be green, the background will be white. You press update and immediately you receive this on watches. Also, some watches have even your custom background. You can upload your own photo. I actually like most of all one geeky style that really impressed me. So they call this watch it Pascal, and if you open these watches, every time you see small, a little bit light blue backgrounds in some places. This is not just special effect, this is really indicator that this time you have some meeting or some appointment or reminder, and I think this is really useful. So what I do accept reminders. I use them as Google Voice microphone also. They have their recognition system. They just send comments to the phone, then get feedback back, and you can make some easy things. For example, okay Google. So first we should turn on. Okay Google, set reminder for 30 minutes from now. Wash clothes. And then the recognition depends on latency and bandwidth of your internet that watches take from your phone, but then you see it adds the reminder and it's pretty smooth. So except reminders, I also use some timers and stopwatches, for example, when I cook something. And what else? For example, if somebody recommends you some movie on Netflix, you can even do some things like get information about the movie directly on your phone, or you can thank you for a friend. For example, my friend recommended me a movie, I want to get info, so I get Netflix with this movie that recommended me and it details. So some apps really provide some useful actions. Then I get reminder, oh, I need to wash clothes today at 6 p.m. Then I have all the notifications here, plus my Google Calendar and my remarks that I add, timers. So that's pretty much it, I think. If you have some questions, you can write them down. What I can say, some people don't like this, how they call it, flat tire on the bottom. Personally, for me, I even don't see this. There is light sensor inside, and also because of some technologies inside, because of this, Motorola could make almost no bezel around the display, and I like to have such really no bezel display. Overall, I think I'm happy. This is of course not perfect. This is really, sometimes I feel funny that I have watches that serve maximum 2 days. For watches it's funny, maybe my children will smile when they know about this, but for current period of technology, I think it's possibly the best smartwatches that you can see on the market. And the most important, this is the only smartwatch that look not like geeky piece of technology, but really fashionable watches. Thank you for your attention.